Well, hello, good people. Mark Holmes here, and as always, I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Um, this is a rental property that was probably the biggest mistake I made in real estate, but also the biggest move I ever made in real estate. This is actually the corner of the property. This house was foreclosed. You can see it goes off. It's a big triangular lot, zero point 0.4 acres. And there's like 10 lots that are down the hill from here. When I purchased this, one of those lots actually came with this, that are quarter acre lots. And somebody was getting these surveyed, so I was actually coming up to look to see. And I'll actually see the exact property line, because what I may do in the future is do another building here. The reason I say that is if I get a variance with this property, you can see how far that goes down there. Originally, this was actually going to be a road, but they never built it through. So now I can see where the exact location of the property line is. Comes through the woods here, off at a diagonal. Okay, right through here. Okay, so we're right here up on the edge, so it's not as far back in there as I thought it was, but may still be big enough that I could build another home right here to maximize the space. Now, the reason why I say that this was the biggest mistake that I made was at the time that I purchased this, it was a foreclosure. And the foreclosure, the problem with it was I had other properties that I had to work on. And putting 10% down on this property, it ended up being that I had to take a lot of my cash. I bought it for $130,000. Now, a lot of people, of course, are into flipping and think that's a great thing to do. I'm going to walk down here a little further. And it's not a bad thing to do. It's not a bad thing at all to do. But the problem with flipping is you're done once you're done. And the profits you make, as soon as you make them, you need to reinvest them, or you're going to pay capital gains on it. So I want you to think about this for a second, okay? This duplex, which has 0.4 acre lot on it, right? Comes on through here. Comes on through here. See the markings where basically the hill is flattened out. There's another lot that goes down through the hills here that is also with this property. Okay. Eventually, this will get developed, or we'll build a house on down there. So having, oh, there's one of the stakes right there. That's the exact stake pin. Okay. Survey marker. So you have potential to get another home down there, another home over here. When I purchased it for $130,000, we had to do a bunch of work onto it because it was in need of repair. But because the dynamics of the real estate market changed, the bubble happened. This was 2008. I was short on cash to get this done. I literally had to rob Peter to pay Paul to keep from losing it. And what I thought was buying was a flipping, ended up not being a flip. I ended up having to rent it. In fact, I rented the very first unit over here, and we stayed in the other unit while we were down here working. So here's the thing. Had I at that time been able to fix it and sell it, it would have been about $170,000. Probably would have made about $25,000. In the 15 years that we've had the property, basically one unit's paid for the mortgage, the other unit is basically the profit off of it. Okay? So on average, between the rents and stuff going up, we'll say roughly $1,000 a month, we'll say hypothetically. So that means the property is generating $12,000 plus a year. Also, here's the other great thing. The other great thing about this is not only is it generating capital, it's also helping you with your taxes, because the interest you're paying on said property, the taxes you're paying are tax deductibles. Then you have the maintenance and upkeep that all again gets deducted from the taxes. So there's more benefits that you get beyond just the rental income. Now here's the other part of this. The real estate value goes up. So for me buying it at 130 in 2008, now the property is worth 300,000. So that's $170,000. The $12,000 for the last 15 years is another 180,000. Hello, doggy. I don't know whose dog that is. Hey, how you doing? You look like a wolf. Okay, let's hope he doesn't bite me. If he does, I guess it'll go viral. So instead of taking the one-time flip of 25,000, having this for the long term has actually generated over 350,000 and potential for 2 more houses on it. So as you look at it and you see, and you know, we got to rush through and get this property done, and and flip it, and this, that, and the other, and putting tons and tons of money in it. If you're like me and you are okay with being able to fix things, and when we went through, we changed the heating and air conditioning, we upgraded the wire and the plumbing, so there's less issues to have on a regular basis. Maintenance is, I get a call about every other month or so on this property, and having it for as long as we have, that's few and far between. We do need to go through and repaint it this spring, and eventually we need to put another roof and stuff on it. But all of these things you don't look at as a negative. You look at reinvesting in your property, keeping it up, and keeping the value up. And see, this is actually how you build generational wealth. By having property. And most people that are rich, they got rich not by some crazy idea, not by, get rich quick schemes and things. They actually got rich through real estate. Now, I know I don't look like a millionaire or anything like that, and that's cool. I don't want to look like a millionaire. But if you want to be one, real estate is the way you want to be. And investing in that for the long haul is the way to maximize your money. Yeah, a flip is nice to keep running around and keep flipping over and over and over again, but in reality, that's chump change to what you could make in the long term. That's what I know, at least, about real estate. And I'm going to continue to do what I'm doing. And I'm going to get back over here on the red brick house, a piece of 203-year-old history that we're going to turn into our office in our main space while we're down here working. And then hopefully this springtime, we'll take one of these lots that we have on another area, and we're going to start building a duplex. It's a need for housing. People want a nice place to live, and there's a lack of it. Think the long haul.